All right, y'all, we're back. We're back. Hopefully my stuff is cleared up. Try and pull it up and see what we got going on.
I gotta hang on a minute. This is probably gonna be.
I think I am clearer now.
I gotta go to work.
Oh boy. Convenient timing. Huh?
Yeah, right. I'll be right back. No, hopefully.
Yeah, Braden had to restart it. Fortunately, stuff was not working right. So he had to go to work. So we're gonna be doing it solo. That's alright. We can make it happen. Appreciate you, Braden. So we were about to go over race results. Yeah, my stuff was all choppy and I couldn't get it straight, so we decided to go ahead and restart. And then as soon as got back live, he got called into work. So unfortunately, that's how it rolls sometimes. But we got the General Tire 100 from Watkins Glen, the ARCA race. I got my notes messed up here, so I gotta fix that, even though I'm the only one reading them now. Poll went to Mr. Brent Cruz, and as we mentioned before, but you probably didn't hear me because I was super choppy, but Tristan McKee pulled off a win, not only as in his ARCA debut, but he was only 5 days post turning 15 years old, so the second youngest winner that we got going on, with Todd Gilliland being the youngest only by 3 more days. So kind of cool for him to get that first win out of the way pretty quickly. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more of him. Imagine now that he's 15, we'll see him a little bit more. But you got Tyler Reef in the 23 coming in second, Chris Wright in the 15 coming in third, Glenn Reen in the 71 coming in fourth, and Dale Quarterly coming in fifth in that number 4 car. Right, Todd the God Gilliland. If only he could be as successful as he was when he had McDowell on the team. Ryan Gemmel in the 29 coming in sixth. Andy Jankowayek. That is a strange name, I'm not even gonna lie. 73 came in seventh. Isabella Robusto with another top 10 coming in 8th in that number 55, and then Brent Cruz did not keep a top 5, but he did get to 9th. And then LeVar Scott rounding out your top 10. Mr. Pizza Man that we follow on the podcast here came in 23rd. Usually his team struggles pretty roughly on road courses, so no surprise there. Well, yeah, that's what we got for that race there. Jumping over to trucks. The Mission 176 at the Glen. Purse was $782,900. Poll went to Mr. Corey Heim, of course. Nobody DNQ, didn't have enough trucks for that. Had a handful of people going to the rear for unapproved adjustments. You had Mr. Caden Honeycutt in the 02, Grant Enfinger in the 9, Frankie Muniz in the 33, and Wesley Simp in the 62. And then an engine change for the number 22 sent Gian Buffamonte to the rear as well. Corey Hunt doing his thing, taking stage 1. Ben Rhodes showing up for stage 2, getting that green and checkered flag there. And then your top 10, Corey Heim coming in first, securing himself another win. Daniel Hemrick coming in at runner-up. Giovanni Ruggiero in third. Christopher Bell got a top 5 in the trucks, coming in fourth. Tyler Ankrum in fifth. Sammy Smith, Ty Majeski, Connor Zilich, Matt Mills, and Lane Riggs round out your top 10. We did have quite a few notable drivers. Chris Buescher in that 66 truck came in 22nd. Frankie Muniz in the 33 came in 27th, which is one that we follow. Tony Breidinger is also one that we follow, came in 29th. Ross Chastain in the 44 came in 30th, and then Kyle Busch in the 07 came in dead last, also known as 36th place. I think he had a steering issue on like lap 3. It's crazy how fast he got out of the race there. Fastest lap went to the 77 of Andres Perez de Lara on lap 47 with a 72.761, which I think is actually faster than the Cup Series, which is kind of crazy. So not too bad of a show there. Not really too many names out of the ordinary up there in the top 10. Jumping over to Xfinity. Mission 200 at the Glen. Of course, Connor Zilich stealing the show. Got the pole and stage 2 and the race win. The purse for the Xfinity Series is $1,651,939. No DNQs there. Some guys that went to the rear for the start of the race for unapproved adjustments would be Garrett Smithley, Christian Eckes, and Stefan Parsons. And then Austin Hill of the J-type. That'd be Austin J. Hill went to the rear as well for an engine change. Allgaier takes stage 1, Zilich takes stage 2, like I mentioned before. Connor Zilich getting himself another win. He's going to be one to reckon with. The car is pretty bad, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. There are some tracks. Like I think this car probably does the best on short tracks. Definitely not that great on road courses. I don't know what SVG did to pull away like that, but everybody else was not even in his league. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe in about another 15-20 years they'll finally give us more horsepower. We'll see. Sam Mayer coming in the 41, coming in second. Sammy Smith, Austin Hill, who needs to be suspended again probably, and Carson Quaffbull rounding out your top 5. Justin Allgaier coming in 6th. Austin Green in 7th, Christian Eckes in 8th, Brandon Jones in 9th, and Harrison Burton in 10th. This race was also the last race that Cup drivers could participate in for Xfinity. So Michael McDowell in the 11 came in 25th. SVG came in 31st. Thanks to Connor Zilich for that one. Anthony Alfredo in the 42 came in 32nd. Matt DiBorito came in 33rd in the 99 machine, and Riley Erbst came in 36th. That 19 ride. Fastest lap went to, surprise, Connor Zilich. Lap 25 with a 72.843. So see, that's even slower than the trucks. Only by like a tenth of a second, but still, that's a lot of time when you add up the laps. But next up, Braden's favorite part, we're going to the Cup Series. Just talk about SVG for the next 10 minutes. Firstly, obviously, if you didn't recognize what was going on there, technically the 87 was entered today for Trackhouse, but Connor Zilich, after his victory in the Xfinity Series, was celebrating in victory lane, flipped on his window net after they started spraying the water, and fell and broke his collarbone. So They withdrew the 87 from running in the race. So no Connor Zilic, who would have probably gave SVG a run for his money. But the purse is now $9,797,935. I think it's dropped down that couple of million because the other 2 million would probably be kind of broken up for those other charter teams. So Ryan Blaney taking the pole, no DNQs. Originally we had 40 cars, but then we only wound up running with 39. Actually, nobody went to the rear. Chris Buescher taking stage 1 and Ryan Blaney doing his thing, taking stage 2. And then your winner of the Go Bowling at the Glen will be Mr. Shane Van Gisbergen. Might as well tell Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson to move on over because SVG is now the all-time record holder for most wins by a NASCAR Cup Series rookie. His 4th win, and there's still one more road course to go this season, so he could bump it up to 5. So that's one record that he decided to change in the history books. Well, there's another one because he won the Glen by 11.116 seconds. That'd be the first driver ever since 1979, whopping 46 years ago, to win multiple road course events with a margin of victory of over 10 seconds. So 2 records, 1 race. Not too shabby. I think Trackhouse did make a good move with pulling him on the team. But I know their road course racing expertise there. But I've been hearing rumors about Trackhouse potentially flipping over to Dodge. So we'll see how that works. Nothing concrete or from any credible sources, but I have heard rumors of it. We shall see. Dallas' favorite driver, Christopher Bell, came in 2nd. Chris Buescher got 3rd place. They flipped on the last lap there. William Byron coming in 4th, and then Chase Briscoe keeping his roll going, coming in 5th. Ryan Blaney in 6th. Daniel Suarez was like, I need me a seat in the Cup Series, so let me get this top 10. Bubba Wallace keeping his streak going. He's got an 8th place finish there. Tyler Reddick coming in 9th, and Ross Chastain coming in 10th, which means all 3 Trackhouse cars came in the top 10 for the first time in team history. Pretty cool. I wonder if they could have snagged all 4 of them if Zilic was able to race. There were a few open cars other than Front Row Motorsports and 2311. Catherine Legg in the 78 came in 36th. Josh Berlicki in the 66 came in 37th. And JJ Yaley in the 44 came in 38th. If you notice a little pattern there, they all finished right smack dab behind each other. But not all the way last because Kyle Larson took that spot. Exact opposite of what we usually see him doing, but he did pull off the fastest lap on lap 11 with a 73.203, which is, let's see, 73.203 compared to the trucks, 72.761. So what is that, like 0.6 seconds slower than the trucks? That's crazy. One thing, since SVG set some records, well, first time in NASCAR Cup Series history that we've had 2 races in a row with 0 DNFs. So that's kind of cool. Making some progress there. But next up, we got your winless streak update. SVG's back to a goose egg. Ryan Blaney's hit double digits now. Who else we got? Alex Bowman's up to 40. Carson Hocevar and Zane Smith are 1 number away from hitting 70. John Hunter Nemechek made 100 starts without a win. And Ty Dillon is at 270, which is only 5 races away from catching up with Corey LaJoie for his amount of races that he started without a win. Not looking too good for him there. And then Braden, here's the Fantasy League update. Indeed, I am still in the lead, and you are the only person who actually closed up your gap towards me. Everybody else expanded their gap, so props to you. Still got a little catching up to do, but I think next race you might jump past Dally there. You make some good choices. If you're wanting to jump in on this NASCAR Fantasy League, make sure to go to NASCAR.com, get yourself an account set up, and then up there at the top you see Hale Praise Dale podcast. You have to put it in exactly like that to get into our podcast Fantasy League, and the winner will get a 1/64th of their choosing from the Lionel Racing website. So if you already got your team going and got points and all that stuff, and you're like, oh no, it's too late. It's not. Your points will transfer over, and you can start seeing your name up here on this leaderboard. If you have more than me, then don't join. Thanks. Just kidding. Everybody's welcome. Get on in there. There is a password to get into it. It's all lowercase RHPD2024, so don't forget about that. All right, moving over to our rookies. My rookie is Riley Herbst. He's got 24 starts with absolutely nothing to show for it still. Started 28th, finished 24th, moved up 4 spots during the race. Sitting all the way back in 35th with 287 points. Didn't really gain all that much this week either. Now, Dally's rookie, on the other hand, Mr. SVG, 24 starts, now has 4 wins, 5 top 10s, and 3 poles. Started second this race, finished first, and is 25th in points with 441. It's crazy that he's got 4 wins and still all the way back at 25th. Shows how inconsistent he's been, but that's how the sport rolls. Feel free to jump in if anybody's out there hanging around. Don't want to just bore y'all to death with me talking the whole time. But RHPD Motorsports, what this is, if you are new to the show, is a little team that we put together at 25 subscribers, which was maybe a little bit earlier than this last year, or last season, I should say. What it is well, originally we picked 4 drivers that we agreed on, and at the end of the season we compared how they would stack up with other teams in the actual NASCAR. Fritz, it is strong, but hey, I can't say much because I was real happy when Jimmy Johnson was dominating, so I can't really complain. So it's SVG's turn. It is what it is. If y'all don't like it, then I need to get some other drivers in there that'll take him out. You know what I'm saying? Not take him out like Austin Hill take him out, but like dethrone him from winning the race. Yeah, so we selected 4 drivers, compared them to real life teams just to see how we were doing. This year we decided to switch it up a little bit. Technically it's all 4 drivers on the same team, but we decided to go head to head, and we each picked 2 drivers to go head to head with each other, and then put them all together at the end of the season, see what they do. Right? I probably would get lapped about 12 times on the first lap with SVG running the car with me. Tyler Reddick in my 73 has 24 starts. He secured himself another top 10 this week by finishing 9th. He's currently 7th in the standings with 701 points. Carson Hocevar started in the top 10 but couldn't hold on to it, finished 18th. He's now 20th in points with 462 points. It's crazy that he's got no race wins, but he's still higher than SVG. Dally's 2 drivers, Cole Custer has 24 starts with just 1 top 10 to show for it. Finished in 34th this race, which happens to also be his points position with 294 points. Christopher Bell, 24 starts, 1 pole, 2 stage wins, 9 top 5s now, 14 top 10s, and 3 race wins. He finished 2nd after starting in the top 10, and he's currently 4th in the standings with 727 points. So not too shabby. Next up, we got our updates from the NASCAR world as well as the teams within NASCAR. So, first things first. Unfortunately, news out of Bowman Gray Stadium, Mr. Robbie Brewer wrecked into the turn 4 wall during a restart in the Sportsman Series, and they have announced that he has passed away. The family, from what I understand, said that he suffered a major heart attack, which caused him to pretty much smash that gas pedal and cause that wreck. Not for certain if that's actually what happened, but that's what I heard just from reading around on the issue. So unfortunately, condolences out to his family, his team, and all that. Hopefully they'll be able to move on from that. Definitely not good news at all. It puts you into perspective of like realizing that between racing this weekend and the NFL, like, athletes get injured and it sucks. And sometimes it's really bad, and sometimes it's not. Fortunately, this was really on the bad side, and man, there's not really any words for it. Oh yeah. So that's that. Hopefully Robbie's family can get all the help they need to get through that tough time that they're going to be going through. On a different note, Jacob Stotts has been named the ARCA Menard Series director. The past 4 seasons, he's been the senior manager of partnership marketing and event operations for the series. So moving on up in his role, and before that, I think he worked at Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, racetrack there. So yeah, worked in sales and moving on up in the world. We'll see if he keeps on rolling through them ranks. Jumping to team updates. Cole Butcher, super late model standout, is going to be making his Truck Series debut at Bristol coming up, driving the number 62 Toyota Tundra for Homer Friesen Racing. Speaking of them, the 52, they have announced that Caden Honeycutt will start in that truck at Richmond for the remainder of the season in place of Stuart Friesen, which was also injured. Speaking of injuries, we'll see some Caden Honeycutt in the Truck Series there. Spire Motorsports has announced that Andres Perez de Lara can explore other opportunities for the remainder of this Truck Series season and beyond. Corey LaJoie is going to step into the 77 truck beginning at Richmond. And just shortly after that announcement, Andres Perez de Lara was linked to Niche Motorsports for the number 44 Chevy for the remainder of the season. So he didn't take very long to move on from there. He must have had it already lined up to be able to switch over that quick. Austin Hill causing another big wreck. NASCAR has granted him a playoff waiver. NASCAR has granted Austin Hill a waiver to remain eligible for the 2025 playoffs, but all of his playoff points are gone. That's all of them that he earned and all of them that he will earn throughout the regular season. So basically he'll be in the playoffs, but he'll be starting with starting with 0 extra points. So he'll be at the base playoff reset point total when that starts. Colleague Portland race will have Will Brown at the helm of that race car. So that'd be kind of cool. See him back in the States racing. Don't think we haven't seen him this season. We did see him last season, but Ty Dillon is going to have Sugarland Shine and Field. Sugarland Shine and Field and Stream on board his number 10 Colleague racing machine at Las Vegas this October. Be celebrating the return of Sugarland's Field and Stream Honey Pecan Moonshine. Special paint scheme for the event. They did not reveal the paint scheme yet, though, so you're gonna have to keep a lookout for that to see what's coming up for that. I imagine it's probably gonna look pretty cool. His car did look pretty cool at Watkins Glen too. That green Grizzly Pouches car, pretty cool. SVG, speaking of the devil that took over the weekend almost, Trackhouse has announced that they are assigning him to a multi-year extension. And as far as Daniel Suarez's replacement, not yet announced, but it is very rumored, strongly rumored, that Connor Zilic is going to be in that car for the 2026 season, and maybe it'll stay the 99, maybe they'll change it to the 87, who knows. We shall see. That's all we got for Trackside Trends. Switch over to Race Day Horizon. This show is moving pretty quickly, even though we had to start late, so kind of running through it a little bit quicker than what we normally do. But this weekend coming up, we got a lot of finds. We got Trucks Cup, ARCA. It's a little bit different this week. We actually got 4 days of action going on. So starting on Thursday, August 14th, you got your modified practice starting at 3:15 in the afternoon, with modified qualifying starting at 6. Neither one of those are televised, but at 7:30 you got your Virginia is for Racing Lovers 150, which will be 150 laps around Richmond, and that'll be on Flow Racing if you got that subscription set up. Friday you got Trucks starting their practicing qualifying at 2:05 p.m. on FS2. Cup practicing qualifying at 4:30 p.m. on True TV. And then your truck race, the Eero 250. Will be 70 laps for stage 1 and 2, 110 laps for stage 3, which is a whopping total of 250 laps. You got 37 entries with the 02 to be announced. The Sammy Smith in 7th, Sammy Smith in the 7. Christian Eck is in the 16. Corey LaJoy jumping into that 77 machine. Patrick Staropoli in the 84, and Carson Quaffle in the 97. Did I mention that right earlier? Yes, I did. Okay. So kind of cool. Carson Quaffle jumping up from jumping down from Xfinity. I can't even think right now. Saturday, listen up, y'all. Saturday is the big day. Your Cup pre-race starting at 7 o'clock on USA, and your Cookout 400 at 7:30 p.m. on USA as well. Stage 1 is 70 laps. Stage 2 is 160 laps, and Stage 3 is 170 laps for a total of 400 laps with 39 entries. It's 3 open cars. You got Jesse Love in the 33. Imagine JJ Yaley probably in that 44, but it is to be announced officially on the entry list. And Corey Heim jumping in the 67. So we'll get to see what those 3 get to do this race. And then Sunday, I don't have a sound to roll through it. But Sunday, ARCA practice and qualifying starts at 10 a.m., which is not televised. But on FS1, you got your Springfield ARCA 100. This is at the Illinois State Fairgrounds, so not at Richmond. 100 laps around that track there to see who is crowned victorious in Illinois. We do have a handful of sponsors. Go ahead and get rid of this schedule for y'all. We already looked at it. So Ross Chastain, not exactly a new sponsor, but he'll be in that Jockey Infinite Cool Underwear scheme. You know what that looks like. Austin Dillon does have a new scheme to show off, though. And I think it's pretty cool. But his Bath Pro Shops Winchester car is actually changing. And I think it looks pretty doggone good there. Kind of like it better than the one they've been running. Nice black with a red stripe right down the middle and on the side with some white. Looks pretty good, I think. I like it a lot. We'll keep that up as we talk through the rest of these. Noah Gragson is going to have Armor Guard on his number 4 car. Justin Haley will be up next with a scheme that we got to reveal for him. That Gamebridge Super League car, so a slightly different Gamebridge scheme that we'll have going on for him. I feel like they could have done a little bit more, kind of plain. But what do you expect out of Gamebridge schemes? Not much. Ryan Blaney, Body Armor Sports Drink, will be on his 12. We usually see Body Armor every season. And they usually change them up just slightly every time. But Black's Tire is back for AJ Allmendinger. Pretty typical scheme there, but it's the first time we'll see it this season. He will race it in 2 races, though. Forget what the other race was that he was going to be putting it on. But everybody else is pretty much running schemes that we've already seen. So nothing really special there. And with that being said, can jump over to our S Cubed. S Cubed is brought to you by happyhourracing.com. You can go over here to this website, get you all your NASCAR stuff that you want, all your F1 stuff. They got clothing, they got diecast, they got all kinds of nifty little stuff over there, and it gets to you in pristine condition really quick to be able to add to your collection. So when you're checking out there, make sure you put that RHPD code into the checkout, and it'll help the podcast out without you having to spend any extra money on us. Get you some cool swag and collectible stuff, and support us at the same time. Pretty cool there. Go check it out. So I have the previous race car this week, which obviously was Watkins Glen. I decided to go with Mr. Bubba Wallace, and I did not change my stuff on here. His Mayor of McDonald Land scheme. Nice pink with the mayor on the side there. Let's see. I know he finished in the top 10, but I don't remember where he started at. So let me look it up real quick. We got you on here. Alright, so Mr. Bubba Wallace started in 15th, finished in 23rd. It's not too wait, no. What? I did not say that right. Started in 15th, finished in 8th. He drives the 23. I'll get it right eventually. But yeah. So, pretty cool day for him. Another top 10 on the season. He's actually been doing pretty well. Definitely improved this season, but something about that pink car just looked real good. Nice change from the normal McDonald's scheme that usually goes on. No worries, Dally. Work happens, brother. Just remember for next time, the podcast is more important. People don't need to poop. But with that being said, since he's jumping up in the chat now, here's Dally's scheme from the 2022 Straight Talk Wireless 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. Mr. Cole Custer, the 41. Started in 25th, only moved up a position to finish in 24th. But look at that paint scheme there. That is a beautiful paint scheme, I'll tell you that much. Nice and colorful. You even got the little palm tree right behind the number. You can tell it was meant for Homestead. Yeah, this will be one that you definitely got to add to your collection there. I don't know if they made it though. Let's look up and see. It's definitely colorful, and that would make it very easy to spot on track. That's for sure. That is for sure. But that's his scheme there. Don't forget to go support us on happyhourracing.com using that code RHPD for checkout. You've tried to look for it, huh? Can't find it. I can only imagine. But the beautiful thing that we got going on right now is we got 137 of you beautiful Hale Raisers out there. And I know we got other people that are watching right now that are not subscribed, so make sure you click that subscribe button for us. Down in the description, changed it up a little bit, but we do got some merch. Got our podcast logo, which is there, and also that way. You can get on some clothing, some cups, some stickers, some hats, all kinds of good stuff. We got mascots, driver mascots, Joe Lasagna, Matt D Burrito, Fast Pasta. Who else am I missing? Missing one. Matt D Burrito, Fast Pasta, Joey Lasagna. Oh, Cucumber Cowboy. That's right. Our original mascot. So all four of those guys, you can get stickers and on merchandise as well. We got a Retro Razor sticker. Working on getting the quality better to put it on other stuff for you, but sticker is all we got for that right now. What else we got? There is a vintage 90s style t-shirt and stuff on there. All kind of stuff to directly support the podcast if you purchase that stuff. So pretty cool. Something that Dally wanted to mention earlier, we do have a giveaway that we are announcing. It will the episode after the championship race is when we'll announce who the winner is of that. I don't remember what the parameters were going to be for getting it set up. I think it was you had to be subscribed here on YouTube, subscribe to us on, well, not subscribed, but followed on TikTok, and then reposting will get you entries into the drawing. Gotta find a way to be able to track that, but essentially what you'll be getting is I got a few hero cards at least that you can see. Got a couple there on my wall that have autographs on them for Zane Smith and Ryan Preece. Sub, like, and repost. That's what it is. We got a Noah Gragson one here, and we got Front Row Motorsports for 2025. We got Noah Gragson and Todd Gilliland that signed that, but then Zane Smith's signature is on that right there instead of on this hero card, so you don't get all three on that one card, but got those 4 cards for you. Dally's got some stuff to throw in it as well, and then plus we'll probably be adding to it as we continue on through the season, because hopefully I'll be going to Talladega and I can get some more autographs to share with you guys. Yeah. What else we need to mention there, Dally? I think that's it. We got somewhat of a quick episode, which didn't have the usual banter back and forth between Dally and I, because it looks like he's got to go work or something, you know. But it happens. Thank you everybody who joined in tonight to hang out with me, even though I was doing it solo. Hopefully it wasn't super boring for you, and you still had a good time. Don't forget, first step of getting into that giveaway is to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video and repost it for us if you can. We'll get a way to track that stuff before the end of the season to announce who's getting that. So we'll have 2 giveaways that we'll announce that next episode after the championship, because we'll know who the fantasy winner is too. Fritz, appreciate you dropping in as always. Braden, thank you for dropping in. Both of you guys are awesome. Definitely appreciate y'all. But I think that's all we got. So hopefully we'll catch y'all next week. Don't forget that we do put out a paint scheme video usually on Thursdays with all of the paint schemes that are running the following weekend. I've also been putting a little video together on my personal TikTok with the paint schemes. Is the same as my YouTube channel, Twitch, Kick, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's all we got. So that's the checker flag for this week's show. Keep your engines revved, and we'll catch you on the next one, Hale Raisers.